self-issue permits program allows certified carriers to issue their own single-trip over-dimension permits without prior analysis by ODOT staff. This video covers what the term legal weight means. Legal weight applies to all carriers, not just those certified in the self-issuance of oversize and overweight permits. Even though the weights may be legal and no over-dimension permit is required, registration and tax credentials may still be needed prior to operations in Oregon. As long as the tire, axle, and group axle weights do not exceed the following, it is considered legal weight and no over-dimension permit is required. The tire manufacturer's sidewall rating. This will be imprinted on the sidewall of the tire. For example, if your tire manufacturer says you can only haul 7,000 pounds on a tire, ODOT cannot issue a permit to exceed that. 600 pounds per inch of tire width. This will also be imprinted on the sidewall of the tire. For example, a tire with 11 inches of tire width would be allowed up to 6,600 pounds. Single axle weight of 20,000 pounds. A single axle is commonly a steer or drop axle, but be aware of the tire width and sidewall rating requirements. Tandem axle weight of 34,000 pounds. A tandem axle is commonly the drive axles on the truck tractor or the two semi-trailer axles. 80,000 pound gross weight. The sum of the permittable axle, tandem axle, or group axle weights shown in weight table 1. What this means is that there is some minimum amount of spread required between axles to put a certain amount of weight down. Weight table 1 is the table of legal weights allowed without the need of an over-dimension permit. Let's look at one example. In this example, we have a standard 5-axle truck tractor and semi-trailer combination. The steer axle is loaded at 12,000 pounds, while the tandem drive and trailer axles are loaded at 34,000 pounds each. The measurements are taken from the center of each axle and shown in feet and inches. On the truck tractor, the minimum distance between the center of the steer axle and the center of the back drive axle is required to load the full 46,000 pounds. Weight table 1 shows this distance to be 14 feet. Because the spread on these three axles is 21 feet 6 inches, in this example, it is considered legal weight. In Oregon, all other group axle weights are considered when determining legal weight. In this example, it includes the entire combination, as well as the distance between the first drive axle and the second trailer axle. The public has free access to our weight calculator at OregonTruckingOnline.com. This allows you to key your own axle weights and spacings and determine if the weights are legal, permittable, or not permittable. Over-dimension permits may be available to exceed legal weight. ODOT offers an extended weight permit, which allows a gross weight of up to 105,500 pounds, as long as all axle and group axle weights are legal. This permit is typically used for truck tractor semi-trailer or doubles combinations that have 7 or more axles, but other types of equipment are eligible for these weights. In the doubles combination shown, all group axle weights are considered when determining legal weight. Finally, if hauling a single non-divisible item, heavy haul weights may be allowed. In most cases, up to 43,000 pounds on a tandem axle group is allowed and a permit is required.